done that beech tree, this yew, a bit off that lime, and a yew through there, over the path and car park. And there's still that horse chestnut to do. And some more on the back. So this chipper is the Jansen 1500 GTS. It'll take in, it says it'll take 4-inch wood, but it takes a lot more than that. It'll take 6-inch, no problem. Bits, so you've got the hopper here, you've got the discharge chute here, and it goes together relatively easy. Delivery trucks getting the hitting some of the lower branches, so we're just taking off the lower branches, crown lifting the trees. The trick is, if you can rest it on the engine, lift it up a bit, slide it in there. There's 2 bolts just go into here. This goes on much easier because it's lighter. Just like that. Snip that up. 360 degrees. So that's it put together. So I'll put some material through it and you can see how it chips. climb up this tree. Feels like I've always got my back to the camera. There's a road here, so it's like, it's not a busy road, but just make sure we know now it's coming. I will just quickly pop up, cut some branches off, come back down. My chainsaw to the another carabiner. But now we've got people walking past. It's the only thing with these jobs, people are so nosy but they don't realise they're in the way. Yeah, you're not taking them down. Spikes would cause damage to the tree. Slide that strap up a bit more. Fine. So, that one's coming off, that one's coming off, that one's coming off. Like so. Just like so. Now I can put all this material through the chipper. So if you can see now, this is what I took off. I just took them off from points there because they were low over the road. If you can see, there you go, you can see down the road I've done that beech tree, this yew, a bit off that lime, and the yew through there over the path and car park. These are yew branches. Yew is extremely hard wood. These are the dead stuff. It's so quick, and you can move it from tree to tree and just spray onto the borders. That's what you've produced from the branch. You can see it. Leafy stuff, and the chips are about a centimetre big, and then you can just kick it about on the site. It browns off, keeps the weeds away, and you don't have to take it away. Here is the chip from the other trees I've done, that yew tree, that beech tree, and all the chip is along here, look. If you saw the pile of brash, you'd think, well, where's it all gone? Pole pruners, brilliant. Like secateurs on the end. They cut about 2 inch, and they're telescopic. So, like this. I would say that is about, well, when you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 big wheelie bins there, and it's the length of 3.5. So when you put it up in the air, fully reached out, reaches about 8 meters, and you can operate it with that handle or the handle on the bottom. Great bit of kit. So I'm just going to cut some of these branches off here over the bins. These ones are beech branches, so it's hardwood. It goes through them, no problem at all. Cutting through branches there about an inch thick. A bit low for these ones, because they're not as high. And then there's a holly tree here, a bit low down. I'll probably take some of the branches off that. Probably get them from the ground because it's not that high up. But this is just such a handy tool. There you go, just like that. Lifted the crown by what, 2 meters? It's high, 5 meters high. No problem at all. There we go. That's the Magnuson pole pruner, telescopic. I got that from B&Q, of all places, and it's lasted me. I've had it about 2 years. I'll tell you what it's good for. Fruit trees, apple trees. Them awful apple trees where you think you've got to climb in the tree, you don't. Brilliant. Fits in between all the branches, and then when you cut a branch, you can also grab it like that and pull it out the tree. Fantastic. It's easier to walk backwards with it than it is forwards. You can just pivot the balance point there. If you're walking backwards, it's much easier. For some reason, when you push it forwards, it seems awkward. Doesn't really like the beech leaves. That's the chipped. The leaves don't really do a great deal in that machine. It would have been a drum chipper. But it's gone to, nothing really. It's just a little pile there. know I keep saying it, but shredders are the ones for the green stuff. Pile of dead sticks that was here is now gone through the machine, and that is it. That is your finished product. See that? Like gravel. You just stick it about the bottom of the woods. Not only is it decorative, it keeps the weeds from growing so heavy, good ground cover. Got this pole saw the other day on Amazon, £24. Just screws together. You can screw it into about, well, loads of sections if you want. I just screw it into 3 bits so I'll fit it in the van. Just going to cut this sycamore branch off here. Absolutely ideal, isn't it, really, for stuff like that. And we've got horse chestnut branch here. So if I cut that one, all the others I'll be able to get with me. My telescopic secateurs. Not bad for £24. Just got this now. I'll cut this line back a bit. Cut more off that old chestnut and then chip it. Lime cut's easy because it's nice and soft. So does ours chestnut. Cuts very easily because it's soft. I think I've got a trapped nerve in my shoulder. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, put it up above my arm, above shoulder height. Wow. Right. Take that one off there. Turn this mic off for this because I'll probably just end up going through the chipper. The discharge chute fits inside the hopper, inside the van. Got the main engine, frame, ramps, and still room for your climber kits, your saws, things like that.